Good morning, gorgeous girl. Good morning, gorgeous girl.
You get that head from your mama.
Oh, I'm slipping away, so don't let me go, nah, 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 nah. I'm all up in that love haze, so where do we go, nah, nah? Just let me know that I am safe here in your arms. I wanna stay.
Hi, welcome to another week of Mama and Minnie with Shola and Iman. Today, Iman turns 4 months, so we're going to the pediatrician for her 4-month checkup, and we're going to take you guys with us. I'm going to also talk to y'all about choosing a pediatrician and all that good stuff, and I'll show you certain things about why I like our pediatrician. So, let's go.
It's out of control, I'm in love.
Safety first.
I'm in love, yeah.
Car seat safety is very important. I'll be doing a future video about this topic. On our way to the pediatrician, and of course we're running a little bit late because
of you?
we
You
would not
wasn't
be
ready.
us, and we wouldn't be with Al if we weren't a little bit late.
Oh my gosh.
But I'm gonna talk to y'all a little
Blame
bit
the black man.
because it's always his fault. I'm gonna talk to y'all a little bit about how we chose our pediatrician and stuff. So when we found out that we were having a baby, of course we had to do all of the research and due diligence. And one of those things is picking a pediatrician, because at the hospital, once you have your baby, they ask you like who is the child's pediatrician, so they could already put that on file and everything. And the pediatrician normally sends someone to the hospital to come check on your baby and make sure everything's fine, right when they're within like 48 hours of them being born. So we had went around the area looking up, I looked up online different pediatricians and stuff like that. And
you definitely did that.
yeah. And I picked out some ones that looked good, and then we went on pediatrician visits. So before we even had the baby, while I was still pregnant, we set up appointments and we went and interviewed pediatricians and went to talk to them and see what they're about. We actually went to 2 different pediatricians' offices, and we found one we liked, and we met with a doctor we liked. And so we said, great, she'll be our pediatrician. It's right near the house, right near the hospital. Everything's cool. But once we actually went to the pediatrician for the first time, because they were so booked, they gave us another one in the same office at first, and that wasn't really a great experience.
Yeah, she was a asshole. I don't know if you can say that on your channel, but
I might edit this out later. But Al was not comfortable with her. I was not comfortable with her. She didn't have good bedside manner. So do not feel bad about requesting a different pediatrician. Obviously, we weren't rude, but we went to the receptionist part of the pediatrician, and we asked them for a different pediatrician for the one we originally picked, because this is your child and you want somebody who is going to be personable with them, who knows what they're doing, and who is going to make them feel comfortable.
should we talk about the nurses?
No, we shouldn't talk about the nurses.
I think we should, as a father standpoint, and this is my personal preference.
Okay, well, you can talk about the nurses.
No, let's talk about you talk about it, and I'll tell
Well,
my experience.
So far the nurse staff has been great at the pediatrician's office. They're very personable. I like them. I like people with personality when dealing with children, because you don't want a stick in the mud or a evil type person. But one time we got a male nurse, and Al wasn't very comfortable with that.
I wasn't too comfortable. One, there was 30 other female nurses. I'm just a guy who preference, especially with my daughter, I don't want no guys hand touching her. That's mine, whatever it may be. I don't want to need nobody taking the clothes off, nothing to that nature. Once again, there's nothing against the guy, nothing against men, whatever it may be, but my preference is to have a female nurse for my daughter. So once again, I requested a new nurse, and yeah.
And they handled it very well. They gave us a new nurse, and it was a little bit awkward, I'm not gonna lie, but they were very professional about it. So like I said, I personally didn't have a problem with the male nurse, but I understood where I was coming from. And you have to, if you're dealing with a 2-parent household, you have to make sure both parents are comfortable with what's going on. Especially because he's right, as a baby, they take your children's clothes off. I mean, you're in the room the whole time, but they take your children's clothes off. They give them
the thermometer up their butt.
Yeah, they give them a rectal thermometer. So you have to make sure that you're comfortable with everything. So yeah. Another thing, you have to make sure your car seat is where, babe?
Hmm?
You have to make sure the car seat's where in the car.
In the back?
Yeah. Some people might not know that.
Oh yeah, don't ever put the dang child car seat in the front.
Yes. And babies have to have a what-facing car seat?
Rear facing car seat.
Yeah, for little babies.
And make sure y'all take the damn car seat class. It's very important because you don't want your kid flying out the window because you want them to be lazy and not take the 30-minute class.
When you request a song that y'all both like and your boyfriend doesn't know what that is,
Yeah, alright. Bust down, that's how we had mine.
you want my mom to see this footage? Talk about how we had Iman.
I mean, everybody know. That girl hates when the car stops. She's a diva.
Really hates when the car stops. Alright, so we're here at the pediatrician. Say hello, world. Woo!
Yeah, you got to set up my baby face.
Sorry, Missy.
Y'all, she crazy. It's the first time she carried the baby in a pediatrician. But it's cool. We on film now. You want to be cute, huh? She's going to check the baby in. Daddy is the fun job. He used to hang with the Minsky in the newborn room. What's up, cutie?
Okay, one thing that we really liked about this pediatrician when we came is that they have a separate room in the waiting area for infants and newborns because of the germs that kids could bring. So we're right here in the newborn room. It's a small room off to the side so that babies don't get the germs of the older kids. Out here is the waiting area for sick kids, older kids, and then they also have a room where it's just the waiting area for kids who are well. Older kids who are well so they don't get sick too. They also have the place really cutely decorated and everything. It's super, super nice. And at Halloween, they did cute decorations with cocoa and everything. So it's just little touches of personality that I really like to see. Because of course, a pediatrician is dealing with children. So it has to be done right, right, Minsky? Say hi. Someone's cranky. Look, a turtle. And look at all the colors, Minsky. Yeah, and a fish.
Go down to the diaper and I'll be right here.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
These are rooms now. It's very nice. It's colorful for the kids. Look, Minsky, we have goggles and flippers. This is the first time she's been here that she's been old enough to look around and take stuff in, and she loves different colors. She loves new places because she loves to observe things. So she's having fun right now. So yeah, she's just taking everything in. The stuff you would have at a pediatrician, a doctor's office, and whenever you get to the pediatrician, they tell you to undress your baby down to the diaper. So that's what I'm about to do. She's not gonna like it because she hates to be cold, but we have to do it, right, Minsky? Yeah. Hi.
Oh Lord, that dome.
I know you're not talking about big heads, Daddy.
39 and a half. All right, let's take out the diaper and let's get her out of the scale.
Oh, okay. So the nurse just came in. She checked her head size, which they're gonna do every visit once the baby's born. She checked her height. She checked her weight. She checked her heartbeat, and she checked in her ear to make sure everything looked good. Everything looked great, so we're good. And our baby is now 23 and a half inches tall, and she's 11 pounds. So if you know us personally, you know that in the beginning she was very small, and they were like, oh, she's underweight. Now she's a big girl, 4 months and 11 pounds. So yeah, so every time you come to the pediatrician, they'll check all of that regular stuff at the beginning of the visit.
I'm gonna take a look on her private area.
Okay.
It's almost closed, huh? It's getting...
Okay, so the doctor just came in and checked him on. Now we're waiting for the nurse to come in and give her 4-month vaccinations. They're gonna ask you when your baby comes in for the first couple of times, do you want your baby to get vaccinations? The first time they try to vaccinate your baby is at 1 month. I told them I didn't want Iman to get vaccinated at 1 month, so she got vaccinated at 2 months. But they vaccinate your baby almost every couple of months, basically. And you don't have to vaccinate your baby. It's a choice, but you should always do your research. Al and I did research on vaccinations before we decided to get Iman vaccinated, because there's a big debate, vaccinations versus no vaccinations. But where we live and stuff like that, there wasn't enough of an argument not to vaccinate her, but there was an argument for vaccinating her because of like school laws and pediatrician laws and things like that. So far, she's been fine with them, so just make sure you do your research and do what's comfortable for you. Don't feel forced to vaccinate or not vaccinate. Okay, so we couldn't film the ending of the pediatrician visit because the phone died, but all you guys really missed was she got her vaccination. They gave her like droplets in her mouth, and it was in a liquid form, and then she got 2 shots. So all that really happened during that was that she screamed a lot when she got the shots because she really doesn't like it. But yeah, so that was us going to the pediatrician for Iman's 4-month checkup. If you liked our content, please subscribe. If you've already subscribed, please turn on our post notifications so that you get a notification every time we drop a new video. Share with a mom you know, and follow us on Instagram, which our profiles will be linked below. And thanks for tuning in for another week of Mama and Minnie. We'll see you next week.